Good evening, my friends. It's Friday evening, August 18, and it will be posted as normal tomorrow, Saturday morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for your nice wishes for me to recover fast. I did, but I still have the test is showing positively that I have it. I don't know why, because I'm not feeling too bad, a little bit slower than normal, more slow. And today I learned, Cheryl actually showed me that we are not contacting. She just sent me message that there is, and then we were talking, there is another psychic, Violetta, palm reader. So I don't think she is a real person. It's not that she is showing herself. Apparently, Violetta Johnson from Greece, the person who is talking about her speaks very nicely in English, and something is very fishy, because the name is Psychic Violetta, and I think that shouldn't be allowed by YouTube. I can't do anything right now. I don't know, and I can't see Tracy because her parents are coming and her mom is waiting for lungs transplant. So there is small chances that I will see her right now. And life is full of dirty tricksters. I don't know. So I did palm reading when I was a teenager to have attentions from boys. So I was holding their hands and feeling like they were shaking. I don't know why those times, those young guys, when they were dancing, you could feel the energy from them. And later in life, I never had that experience. But when I was young, I could feel that the boys were really shaky when they were dancing or when I was holding hands. So that was my way of getting popular. But I don't do that, and that person, I don't know how they can operate. I'm not going to waste my energy on them, but I just want you to be aware that that person exists. So today I was checking. Now YouTube extended the amount of best psychics. Like 3 years ago it was 15. Last year there was 20 best psychics. This year is 30 best psychics in the world. I'm still there on the same position. I think I didn't count it. So but there is no number with position. It's just that I'm still there. I'm happy. I thought, well, there is so many psychics that they will excluded me, but I'm still hanging for 2022. And I will start doing the readings. So when there is palm reading from Psychic Violetta, it's not from me. And I do visions and tarot card together. So I'm not going to go different direction, and it's very professional site. Yeah, things like that can upset you when you know that someone is taking advantage of your popularity. But Cheryl, we had talk about that new lawyer that Trump hired, the very, very expensive, the billion-dollar lawyer. So his name is Drew Funding, and he's taking Trump's as a client for the Georgia criminal investigation. He was never a Trump supporter. He was never even saying nice things about Trump, saying nicely. Actually, he was putting Trump down before Trump was president. So this time he is doing this just for money. And how this and Cheryl is asking, how this very expensive billion-dollar lawyer drew funding is going to protect Trump, work for him. And when I closed my eyes, I saw two puppets. And one puppet was, what is her name? Fannie Willis. She is the one who is accusing Trump. And the other one is Trump. So those two puppets, this guy is holding, the big lawyer, is holding in hands. On the left side, Willis, Fannie Willis, and he's yelling at her. And on the other one, he's looking at Trump, and then he's tossing him to the basketball. You remember in the 80s, 90s, the kids loved to have that basketball for throwing garbage. You squeeze the paper and throw. Yeah, I remember Leszek had one of those basketball. That time everything was about basketball in our sons' lives. My husband built for them the nice basketball field in the backyard. So, and then when this guy threw Trump in the basket, Trump is stuck and he is yelling. I can only see his mouth moving. So I don't think it is really a good sign. I eventually have the feeling that he might attack Fannie Willis, but he might completely disconnect himself from Trump and put him in a rubbish or garbage. Rubbish is in English. So that's not going to be, at least doesn't look too good for Trump's future. I will pull 3 cards. Yeah, him and his family, all the GOP. Trump will feel completely vulnerable, but there is some reason to celebrate. Is this reason for us or for Trump? For us and for Trump. We might feel that this lawyer might do a good job for Trump. He will be a good lawyer for Trump. So, not what I wanted. He will make fun of Trump. He will put him in a place where he belongs, but it doesn't look that he will completely damage him. He will protect him. Okay. And then Cheryl again is saying, Weisselberg has a lot to lose. Okay, I will start from here. So Trump's CFO accountant, Alan Weisselberg, the one who plead guilty, doesn't start serving time in Rikers Island, and he pledged guilty. He will start after the Trump's organization trial, which starts 2 weeks before November 8 election. What will come out of the media have any impact on how voters cast their votes? And I saw a car washer, and those fringes are running and making so much movement. I don't know if we will see everything. It will be kind of disconnected from you to see. I think that time they were not allowed too much information coming from the court because of the election. So we will learn probably everything after the election is over, and we will learn more. Weissenberg they will be worried that it will affect the elections, and America might not appreciate that, so they will disconnect us, and he will go to prison. Weisselberg will go eventually to prison, but they say that he might go only for much shorter time, 5 months, and after 100 days he might get released. So again, Weisselberg has a lot to lose his freedom while Trump goes free. Will Weisselberg ultimately flip to save his own skin? And I saw Weisselberg shaking, and his wife is calming him. And they are sitting on the sofa. I think Weisselberg will do everything to have to be with his wife. No matter what, he was not typical Trump follower. He was faithful to his wife. He was good father. He was, faithful to Trump for so many years. And he doesn't want to lose the last years of his life without his wife. I saw that there will be some energy that he is going to lose. So that when I was doing reading with Linda, I presumed that might be some illness that he might have it, and sometimes it's cancer, that it has that much energy coming out of him. So he will have to obey rules, and he will probably be very truthful. He will be saying what he is asked. Even he said he doesn't want to testify against Trump. I believe he will. That the questions will be asked, so he will have to be obvious, and that will hurt Trump no matter what. It's just only on a pocket, not that Trump will go to jail, because institutions don't go to jail, but his company might be affected, and he might lose his his company, like Trump organization. What is there? Yes, Weisselberg will need a doctor assistant. He will have goals for himself, and he will go for quieter time. So he will try to do as much as possible to not to jeopardize his time in how you call this, Rikers Island, which is really nasty place. Yesterday, apparently, the doctor was killed there, and some of the guards. So this is not the place that they can even give him too much protection. He is afraid. Weisselberg is so afraid for his life. He had a good time with Trump, but whoever has any loyalty to Trump is always paying the bad price. And Sterling Glazer is asking, will Pete Buttigieg run and win for president? And long time ago, I saw him when someone asked me that the same question. I saw Pete running, and then like emu, the emu bird, he ran, and he put his head in the sand and covered his head. And that's what was happening when he was running against Biden. He was running well. No one even thought that he can run so good. I don't think he will be a president. He is not able to keep high profile yet to have that ability to pull people together. He is doing his job, and he is a very, very nice guy, very smart, and great father to the twins, and a good husband to his husband. And he is a really nice professional person, but he doesn't have the charisma. Like, you have to have that something that people will let you to dominate them. And he doesn't have that. He is more like, okay, I will do whatever you want me to do. Okay, and I just want to say how smart was of Putin to install Trump. That was brilliant decisions from Putin, and I hope that will be show it to everyone, and Trump's people will start thinking differently. That's just digression. And my husband doesn't have the COVID, so every day we are checking. And so far, it's, but I thought that mine will be gone by now, and yesterday was tiny line, and today the same thing, so hopefully it will be by tomorrow I will be COVID-free. Don't want any more that thing hanging around me. Go away. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for kind words, for your beautiful comments, so many. And there was time that my eyes were too tired to read, so I was not reading lately as much as I used to, because usually I'm able to catch up with all comments, but I had the headaches. I never had headaches before, so I think it's still kind of lingering around me. I will try tomorrow to update myself with the comments. Thank you, and thank you for your bookings for readings. I was still able yesterday to do a few readings, and I was fine. Today is kind of more in the ditch, but I didn't have any readings today. I was supposed to work, and my husband was working. Poor guy. So take care of yourself, watch for and drink a lot of fluids in advance. So, and if you ever get the COVID, make sure that you are drinking a lot. If someone can't fall asleep, apparently this is a good one. Lay down on one side on a pillow and close the nose from the other hole, not the one that you are touching is close to your hand, just opposite one, and breathe through that nose. That will lower your blood pressure and at the same time will allow you to fall asleep. And when I was thinking about this, I remember my mom was always breathing 20 times very deeply. And then she was saying she's feeling dizzy and she can sleep. So she was over. It's not good on some point because she was not giving enough oxygen to the brain. Even she was breathing very high, deep. That somehow is not enough. That kind of breathing is not allowing enough oxygen to go to the brain, and that was making her right away falling into a sleep. But when you are when you are stressed out and you are not sleepy, laying in the bed, don't do that, because you may faint, you may lose the oxygen in your brain. So, but for sleeping reason, my mom was always using that method. I just can put my head on that pillow, and today I couldn't wake up in the morning. My husband was waking me up and leave me alone. Yes, good excuse to feel sleepy. And I want to pray for everyone. I know Jill Biden has COVID, so she started one day after me, and I didn't hear anything that she recovered, so I want to pray for her. For everyone who is fighting with that damn illness. I lost my appetite and I lost my smell. That's the worst part. I was always worried that when you lose your smell, there might be in the future some problems with Alzheimer. I don't want that, but that's what I was predicting long time ago to someone, and now it's hitting my way. No fun. I spray it with perfumes and everything. I think. Yeah, so it's taste, I'm fine. I don't need to eat too much. But with the smell, I like to know the smell around me. So please pray for everyone who is suffering, every child, every older person, every middle, everyone. And for love and peace and prosperity on the world, and that nuclear power buildings, whatever, atomic buildings will be safe, that no one will touch them, and Russian will not use the atomic powers for their advantage. Okay? I love you guys. Stay positive, and I'm fine. Thank you.